Alright, so sorry. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing World War II. I've just been sitting here quiet for at least 20 seconds. I was watching a video and and I didn't really see anything. But I'm playing some World War II because I wanted to get some stuff done. I'm gonna play the normal stuff for now, because I feel like it. But I'm hoping to have a good amount of time to do some stuff on here. You know, including trying to get the sniper. So yeah. So yeah. Hang on. Uh Hang on. Need to fix my headset.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate all Axis forces. Advance and take position. Follow me.
Throw a net. S&T, throw your nade. Oh, that's not good. Ow. Hey, bro, don't be an LMG camper. Me just goes for a breach and clear. No survivors. He just like goes underground. See you suckers. Ah. Oof. Alright, hang on. There's a lot of LMG people. Let me just join in on that. Me. Hits grenade. Go ahead, jump through that window, I dare you. We just use his crossbow. Trust me, there's no bolts right there.
Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
Yeah, this lobby's not okay with me. He's gotten too smart.
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
Oh my god, they are actually tryhards. I don't like them. I'll just say, who's... Who's that LMG camper? I really do not like LMG campers because they are pathetic. Hello, hello. Saw. You have fun? Yeah, I know, I've noticed. You know what? Because I was out there. You back up. Dang it, I was right on him. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you for the Ferrero Rocher. Or sure, how do you pronounce it? We're just like, what's that crinkling in your pocket? And why are you walking towards me with that crinkling in your pocket? I love rappers. They're delicious, you mean? Ow. Yeah, definitely not liking that lobby. Sama, I got excited. They have an SDK contract. It's that one sniper rifle, the one that was better than the D Lucille in World War II. It was a sniper in World War II. Contract. It means I get 5,000 credits, buy the contract, and it says 1 hour to do 50 sniper rifle kills. Challenge accepted. I don't think it'll take me an hour to get that done. So guys, let's go ahead and do the zombies so we get them that money. That money. As I said, put the cookie down. Come on, got to get out of here, y'all. Also, guys, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I do have an Instagram. I'm thinking about making a TikTok because one of my friends is like, your voices are really funny, and I think that would cause a lot more humor. So, Honestly, you may as well create a TikTok account because a lot of people are into that, and they're like, you'll get a lot of, followers and stuff like that. I was like, that's something to think about. I'll do it because it's one of those moments where it's just like, that does sound fun. Plus, a lot of people do like the voices that I do. This is fun. Chokes. So I'm not gonna use that rifle anymore because that rifle sucks. That Capcan pistol crap. It's actually pretty bad. You would think it's really good. It's not. Wait, is this not supposed to be iron sighted? I'm pretty sure it is going to be iron sighted. Pretty sure. Yeah, so it should be iron sighted. It just shows it with a scope. And I'm not sure if I should do a public. Yep. A debate. I think I might not. But since I have I have a couple dollars. I have $60 from that thing that I was talking about, and I was thinking, I think it'd be interesting to do that. So I might go do some things with that. I'm either debating on getting like a DLC here or something. I'm not too sure yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. My friend Alex is on currently for that day or thing. Also, one quick thing I want to let everybody know. If you do want to get a hold of me, other than the actual YouTube and stuff like that, make sure to just follow me on my Instagram. Let me find my profile. My name is ZombieKiller1654. That'll be my name. So make sure to check that out. And if you do get there, well, say hey or something. I don't usually have posts or anything, but I plan on making some posts, some tweets or some snaps or something. If you're not checking, post this on your page and see what people rate you. Which I think a lot of people would rate me as a warlock, because I would technically be a warlock. I'm not a witch. Alone in the bus. Suddenly I think of a joke from 9 months ago. Oh my gosh, I like all those, but they're funny and too humorous. Okay, so these guys are already on like round 3, which is impressive. They're using those M1A1s. But um, so here's my plan, guys. Is either with the money that I get or I have from that stuff. I kind of want to try and get a couple different things. I might either go for the Black Ops 4 or I'll do something else with the money. I might just get like a DLC or something on here. Um, it just depends. So we'll see what I have as an option here, and we'll go from there. Why does it say I'm able to buy that? Yet I'm not. Oh, that's right. So when you go over here, you can look at your stats. I'm like the only one that uses snipers on zombies, which people probably think I'm weird for doing so, but I do it because, I mean, the Car 98 sucks. I'm just saying that now. Car 98 sucks. Even in the multiplayer, it sucks. So I don't really use it much, but if I do use it, it's only in zombies as a, starting weapon because it is a starting weapon. Yet you could buy it, like, right there. That is the starting weapon that you could buy at the, what is that, the court room? Something, whatever it's called. The courtyard. Again, worst possible gun I have ever seen is that gun right there. I could not stand that gun even if I wanted to. It is so horrible. This gun is just so bad. Look, like, you could shoot it, but they have to be super weakened in order for it to work good. But otherwise, it's garbage. It's so bad. Now, the Tommy, on the other hand, Tommies are better. Better fire rate, anyway. Their damage can be fixed, and I prefer to fix their damage right away. But I do sometimes just leave the damage as it is. But at times, I usually am the sniper elite guy. And there are actually times where I have found it up there with an iron sight, and I have hit it as well. And I don't, you know, normally people are like, you know, we need to do this and that and that and that. Well, I'm not that kind of guy, so you can do however you want to do it. I'll do it the way I want to do it. Because people think it's insane to use a sniper on like round, I don't know, 50 for example. But I use it on any round. Like, I'll use a sniper any day. Watch me. That's why they call me Mr. Godly. It's because I'm that guy who, like, who will res. Even at the worst possible time, I will res anybody in Risk. And if, like, even if they have, like, the lowest amount of things, I still go res them. I'm that kind of dude. But it depends. How many times have I just picked them up? So, like, I have a certain limit that I'll pick you up. And then I just say, alright, well, you're going to keep downing, I'm just going to let you die at this point. Because I can't keep resing you. And that's when people will test that. They'll, like, actually test that. And I'm like, well, you're testing it, and you're going to lose. Because they lose their guns if they try too hard. I might actually go into game chat. I'm not going to say much about the stream, but... yeah, I might, just to see what's going on here. Like, what they're doing. Because it looks like they have the keepsakes, which means they're probably going to do the Easter egg. Which I'm gonna guess they are, as a high probable guess. So I might just head into game chat and say, hey, what's the plan here, guys? Because I did see there's one guy with a mic, so... yeah, I'm gonna go say hello. I'll be right back, guys. Howdy, howdy. Hello. Yeah, no, I don't like this. Yeah, so they're not actually there. I got the Fabergast, and I really do not like that weapon. Never gonna like this weapon, because this weapon, honestly, is just super annoying, because, think about it, this is a accident-prone weapon, and you shoot it 9 times. Most accidental prone, other than, there's a couple guns that are, like, super accidental prone. There are, like, I don't know, maybe 3 guns, actually, like that would absolutely make me just quit the game. Like, this is one of those weapons that if I kept getting it, I just wouldn't care, but I don't like it, so I will pick it up, use it a couple times, but it depends on the situation. Am I, like, fully surrounded? Do I have some room between us, or what was the case? You know, kind of thing. I'm not the guy who just go guns blazing like that. That will cause so much pain. Ooh, some Jack in the Boxes. See, now again, I am the sniper elite guy, so I use iron-sighted weapons. And now again, I usually use iron-sighted, so out of most weapons, I am the iron sight guy. Like, that guy has an LMG and he's just like thinking about buying box. I mean, you got an LMG. I think you're good there. It's only round 7. Okay, there we go. But I am the kind of guy that's like, all right, well, if you want to do that, I'll do this way. And I don't usually like those, so I usually get rid of those as soon as possible. Yeah, they're definitely doing the Easter egg. Because otherwise these 2 wouldn't have been opened right away. So I could basically, in these games, I could tell you every good and or bad part of a gun, and what's like super advantageable about the guns. Like, for shotguns, they're better at these kind of ranges right here, where, like, you know, if you have to, you can, you know, sit still for, you know, maybe a good 10 minutes, possibly. I'm not gonna say too much there, but you have a decent amount of time to work with it. But normally when you're doing it, you know, you kind of want to take them out quickly. You know, make sure the threat gets, you know, out of the way before you get out of the way. And I'm the guy who's like, okay, well, try and do this as soon as possible. But I do like this weapon. Find the second supply. So you haven't even gotten the first supply? Come on, guys. Honestly, I've done this Easter egg quite a bit, guys, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Well, I should say I guarantee know what I'm doing. But it takes time when you have 4 or 5 people. See, because I had to do that part, and I was just near there. So I was just like, you know what, fine. But like, honestly, these guys can say whatever they want. I'm doing how I want to do this. So I'm just gonna do my own thing. They can do their own thing. But I know there is like one of these statues has a piece that we need. PTRS. Trade that for this, because this thing is the heaviest sniper anyone could ever use. This is basically Barrett 50 cal in World War II. Not even joking. That's literally what this feels like. It's just Barrett 50 cal in World War II is great. I mean, it probably hurts your shoulder a little bit, but he's hip firing this, which like it's still at your shoulder, but it's not like you're aiming like that. That is pure shoulder. But that is like, oh well, I'm near it, so I mean. But this weapon's big. If you were to see the actual weapon, which I actually have seen a real life stinger, by the way, I just wanted you to know that I have seen a real life stinger, and it's pretty freaking cool. I like the stinger in real life. Of course, it's not what it's actually called. It's called a stinger because that's its nickname. It's a nickname for weapons, like the PTRS, the Giant, the Tank Killer, because these weapons were made for like anti-rep things. So like anti-personnel kind of type. But if you notice, they're huge rounds, which means they're meant to be fired slow. They're meant for that. Um, so what I'm guessing here is that they are trying to do the Easter egg. So that means they're going to want to get the Tesla guns if they're going the hardcore, which it looks like they might be doing the hardcore because they have those things down there. The keep things, the safe keeps. But they're going to have to upgrade them. I'm not doing that. I'm not that kind of guy. But I need to activate traps so I can honestly just roam around and, you know, do my thing. Because by getting those traps like set, then I can just, you know, kind of use that to my advantage. But I know there's a morgue trap, which is right down there, but that is near the pack, which also has a trap or two. But this is a trap right here, but I don't want to use it because that's a really expensive trap. And I actually kind of want to go through here because the pack is right over there. But unless they're not going to do pack, I'm going to do pack. They can go do their own thing. But as far as I know, as soon as they get the Easter egg done, they absolutely just drag me with them. So I'm going to have to do it with them, which is pretty annoying. But, you know, I don't really mind doing the Easter egg. You know, I'm not like an Easter egg kind of guy, but in this game, I will do the Easter egg any day. It's a good Easter egg. And you guys are probably going to get on me about that, but it's a truth. I do actually like that Easter egg. It's a good Easter egg. Let's see. So what are you trying to hit, dude? Like, what are you trying to hit? So you keep going in there. There's nothing in here, but you need to get that door open. Really? He's activating the trap. Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish here? Are you just enjoying it? Because I feel like you're just wasting your money here. It's not a good waste of money. Like, they could be buying other doors. No, they're spending their money on that. Yeah, they're definitely doing the Easter egg. For what that is right there, they are doing the Easter egg or something. Cause like I want to get stuff done. Like I want to get pack and stuff, you know, that kind of thing. But when you know you're just gonna sit there and not do anything, I'm just not in it for you either. Like I could technically be the overall best here, but here's the thing: I'm not just the highest level here. I am not. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the higher levels, but I'm not the highest. Or am I the highest? I don't know. It looks like I might be the highest. I could be wrong though, so I'm not gonna say I am the highest level. I could be very, very wrong here. Oh, something happened. Is that it? Oh, that's one of those code thingies. Yeah, they're definitely doing the hardcore because the hardcore I'm pretty sure required one of those. And those things are everywhere nowadays. All right, here. Good, they're distracted. but you use those for a specific part in this. But you see, I'm using the sniper like it's meant to be used at a decent range, but when it's iron sighted, you could use it at any range if you're good. I'm pretty good, so I know what to do. Okay, also these things do have some meaning with them, these, because it'll show like 1112, and then you find that record, which is a secret part right here, which is interesting because those are actually pretty important in this game. I don't understand why they're important. You probably won't understand why either. But while I'm playing this, I kind of want to introduce something. So a lot of people have had theories on like the Black Ops 4 series already, but the Black Ops 4 series just came out, which is why I'm a little bit weirded out by that. Because the game just came out and, you know, they shouldn't really, you know, have it yet. They shouldn't have that many theories. But there are already tons and tons of theories. For example, Spectra's, like, or, yeah, Spectre? The Spectre character from Black Ops 3 is actually a female with a voice autorizer, because you hear a lot of you hear a lot of Easter eggs on the parts of this game. So like I could be talking about, you know, Reaper, aka Spectre, which may or may not be female, and the spast of Christoph, aka Purifier slash Firebreak wet guy. He's pretty cool. I know that. I like him. He's probably one of my favorite characters, considering he has that Russian accent, but he's not from Russia, I'm pretty sure. He was raised or something like that. I think he was born in Russia or something. But a lot of people say, like, a lot of theorists have been saying, he is actually with an abusive family. Like his father was super abusive, and his mother never really was around. I guess I don't know. I didn't hear about that part, but they never really talked about much about his mother. But his father was very abusive drunk, and because of that, one day he decided to set his father on fire, but that's what he wished he did, and it actually did kill him. They just walked out completely okay. But what actually happened was his sister got burned pretty badly, like severely. He got juvenile, and so on from there. But that's all I've been hearing, is a lot of those theories that just, you know, you wouldn't think about. And then I brought that up with a friend, and, you know, he kind of agrees. These are things that you wouldn't really think about for a long time. But that's what that is. It's a lot of that, like, theorist stuff. So that you go for the things nobody would ever, like, talk about, think about, you know, so on and so forth. You know, that kind of thing. And I hate this weapon so much, and they give it to me. I mean, I like revolvers, don't get me wrong. I'm a revolver kind of guy, but I'm not gonna, you know, constantly use just a revolver. I prefer, you know, more than one option of a weapon like that. You know, give me something good. Hey, let me, yoink, yoink. M1903, alright, I can work with that. I'm not really, this kind of sniper guy. I like the, lever action, bolt actions. But this isn't a bolt action I'd necessarily use all the time. There are better ones that I use, but this is one that I can use because it's a good one. You know, it's at least decent. But you know, I can't just say it's my favorite and say that's true. It's not actually true. I have better snipers that I'm better with, but I do prefer some snipers over other snipers. So I'm that kind of guy that, like, I choose my sniper. I choose a favor. And usually when I favor a sniper, it turns out to be pretty good sniper for me. But normally I am the one of the expert kind of sniper guys. I'm gonna get that MP40 instead of the Tommy, because the MP40s are decent, and plus with the double tap, it'll help me pretty good, you know. Because when you have an M1903, if you notice when I'm reloading, since I have a mag, normally this is a top-loaded weapon, but if you notice, it takes a sec. And that slow reload could be the biggest downfall of this game. Like, the biggest problem in almost 60% of these Call of Duty games, it's always the reload that's a problem. And you can get, like, fast mags, and it's still a problem. But normally when it comes to, like, alright, well, you want to do this, I'm okay with that. Alright, so I need to get trap kills. So I'm gonna go in here for a second. See if I can get some attention. Hey, zombies, come at me, bros. I don't think there are any zombies here. Okay, there's one. Come on, zombie. That's right, I'm pulling that. Like their dog's move. It's kind of rude of me, and considering of who I am, you know, it's just like, it's funny to me. And, you know, these guys are actually attracted to this stuff, the electricity, which is intriguing because that's what's actually causing them to be them. These zombies are actually a cause of this like, electro shock thing. But it's like electric and pain, supposedly, is what I hear a lot. Because obviously they're attracted to electricity, but, you know, it's still a mystery. Is that actually what's running them? Well, technically yes and technically no. Electricity is what powers them, as well as, you know, that thing on their back or the torture that they go through. They're still soldiers, but they are rogue, I guess you should say at this point, because these are now rogue soldiers. Like that guy right there, he's armored and he's big and he's deadly, and they put a mace on his hands. So I mean, who wouldn't be angry? Oh god, oh god. Okay, yeah. So they just got pack open, and I have no idea about this. Most of this I'm missing because, you know, I'm caring about, you know, getting better guns and so on and so forth. There is a little bit of lag, which I do not appreciate, because when the lag gets super super bad, I just give up. I'm just like, nope, nope, not gonna do it, because lag is like your worst enemy as a gamer myself. Talking snipers and gamers and a lot of other people know that lag is an enemy. Lag is the enemy to a gamer. Not just the people you're fighting or anything. It's the lag. The lag is what kills. It's not even like the people usually. There are times where my friends lag so bad and I'm like the only one not lagging. And it's not because I'm like we're doing that host thing. It's like we have this problem of which we need to fix, but we can't fix it without that problematic situations. But that's what I kind of see in this is like, oh, I'm just, you know, doing my part. I'm, you know, being the teammate. I'm being the team player. Which, I mean, usually when we start to lag, I'm like, alright, let's fix this. And I'll just kill everything, if possible. Like, even if I'm lagging, I try and, you know, have that little bit of a, I have an advantage on this kind of attitude. Because even if I'm lagging, that means the host would be lagging just a little bit, but not too bad. But if he's lagging and everyone else is lagging, there's something wrong with the internet there. But I need to get better guns than the M1903 because this gun is super slow, and with reload, it's even worse. See? So that is the guy, Straub. I'm pretty sure is how you pronounce his name, Straub. Now, he's the guy that created these guys. Like, that guy has no arms right there. And again, they're all soldiers. He explained this. They're all soldiers. But they're tortured soldiers, basically. So, by saying so, and he says, with simple commands, so something electric would have to be said, or something like that. Um, they speak to each other. They have a communication purpose, so on and so forth. And it's a thing. Like, there are things like that where pulling the muscle tendons actually has some purpose. But it said he was pulling tendons, so on, and even puncturing lungs, which I thought was interesting, because lungs, that's a bad part to puncture. I know that for sure. Because people who like break their ribs have that issue with their ribs because, or their lungs and their ribs, because their ribs are just after their lungs, and their lungs are pretty important considering that's what keeps you breathing. And it's not okay to have punctured lungs. What's up, Gavin? How you doing? Oh, hey, here's box. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take that. Which gave me grease gun. I don't like this weapon. Yet they gave me that. See, I waste more money on box than I do actually trying to get pack. Because pack is open, right? Well, I don't really like the idea of not having a good weapon to pack. So, like the STG, for example, I can keep that. This is a pretty good weapon. I need better reload speed. That's about it. That's about the problem with all these guns, is that I need reload. Because, like the MP40, you know, decent amount of reload, see? Doesn't take too long to reload that thing. But like other guns, like, you know, this, You know, it's a little bit faster so the fire rate, but I mean, most of these aren't too bad on fire rate, and that's what's good, is that fire rate is decent. Because I'm the fire rate damage guy, but if it's, hey, I can't play until Saturday, I'm at my aunt's until Saturday afternoon. Or, yeah, Saturday afternoon. Hey, it's alright, man. Dude, I got weekends, dude. I got that weekend. And I have Christmas break not too long from now. Oh, the flamboyant boy just kills everybody, I guess. Let's go ahead and fix that. Leroy Jenkins. Same, bro. It's these times that make me pull out the best. Yeah, I think I'm one of those really good players. Battlefield 1 finished this morning before I left. Sweet. My hands were getting numb there. Not even joking. I was that Free Fire will actually jiggle quite a bit. So, oh wait, I have 11,000. I didn't realize that until now. I was so into using the Free Fire that was just like, oh whoa, that's a lot of ammunition for me, or a lot of money. So I could buy the box maybe once or twice more, depending on okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go pack this, and I might buy box one more time just to get rid of the old Captain. And I should be able to get that money like before next round. What's your favorite COD? My favorite Call of Duty. That's a lot of choices. That's all. Like that's a lot. To be honest, I think my very favorite Call of Duty, I think would have to be, honestly, okay, you might not appreciate me for saying this, but I like the older Call of Duty, so I would have to say like Black Ops 1, World at War, you know, even Ghost, because a lot of people didn't like Ghost. There's only like maybe one or two people in the world that actually do like that campaign or even anything in that game. I'm the guy who actually likes that gun, or the game. And it's not like just because I have a horrible taste, like people probably will think I have a horrible taste in games for saying that. But it's true, I actually do kind of appreciate that game. Like, it's a good game, and I don't know why anybody would hate it so much. And there are a lot of people who hate it, and I'm surprised with that. Like, it shocks me that there are so many people in the world who hate that game to a point where they will say it is the worst possible Call of Duty. That's fair. I love Ghosts. Yeah, I would hope a lot of people would still like Ghost, because I'm that guy who's like, I'm the Ghost fan. And I've even brought up some things that a lot of people wouldn't think about, like, if you think about Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, you know, because one of my friends and I were talking about it, and I made his head hurt trying to think about, like, all the, endless possibilities. Want to play some, Minecraft later? Yeah, possibly. It depends, because I have school tomorrow, too. So I'll probably not be able to stay up too long, but I can try. It is a possibility. I'm gonna go get reload speed, because I have an LMG now, and that's gonna be a really slow reload for me, and surprise, surprise, I will die quite a bit doing that. But if I can get some done, I was just kidding. I had to leave my Minecraft. Oof. All right, well, this PPSH is a good one. I prefer to get the classic, which would take more money out of anything here to get. I know that for a fact. I have my friend Nikki and I have tried. And then you give me the gun I hate the most. You make me annoyed, game. This game can sometimes get on your nerves. It's because, like, you get the worst possible gun, aka the Flabbergast, out of this game. And that gun is just, oh my god. Oh, ooh. Actually, I do kind of like this gun. Like, it'll suck not packed, but when you get it packed, it's freaking AA gun. It is an AA gun. In 5 minutes, it's Fortnite time. The new season's in 7. Well, I gotta go. I'll see you on Stater Day. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. I got you. Get rid of that. I don't want to kill those guys yet. Oh. Ow. So some of these guns actually have caused me too much power. I know that for a fact because I do this quite a bit, so like even the smallest gun can give you the most power ever. Ooh, Produx one. I know a lot of these weapons are gonna run out of ammunition really fast, so I might just, you know, take them then leave them because these things, that was with extended mags. Now packed, it shoots pretty dang fast and it's a pretty good weapon. Oh, Sten's not the best out of like all the weapons in this game. I'm not gonna say it's the worst, but I'm not gonna say it's the best. It's like that mid-range weapon. You know, it keeps giving me weapons I could just go buy off a wall for like 1,000. I mean, like this gun I cannot buy because it's not available on the walls. This gun I'm not going to keep. Everybody's probably gonna yell at me for that. They're gonna be like, it's the best gun ever. Why would you get rid of it? It's not the best at a certain round. Like, it's good for constant zombies. Like, if you just have a bunch of ammunition, you're willing to blow a little bit of money. That's what this gun is for. It's like money, maybe a little bit of extra, but not much. It's not really gonna help you. The only real help you're gonna get from that weapon is maybe a couple, you know, kills. Couple. That's how I say that, because I tested a lot of these weapons at the zombies. But I know for a fact, like, some of these are better in multiplayer than they are in zombies, and some are better at zombies than they are at multiplayer. Like, NZs, they're the best at, like, both, because NZs, there are certain guns that can be used as both, but when it comes to, oh, which one is better for this and which one isn't, Tommies are good in both, but, you know, it's preferred in, like, multiplayer sections, probably, I would have to say, but for me, it's like, I can use them anywhere, and I'd be okay with it. But I mean, that's me. Like, I'm a really good player, a lot of people will say, or would say if they knew who I was. But when it comes to, alright, so what do I need to do to fix that? Well, practice. Like, I can't just say, oh, get good at the game and, you know, walk away from that. There's more to that than you think. There's a lot of things that you need for that. So, right, revolver, I'm not taking that. See, that's why I don't usually bother. Like, I'll get box, but it depends on what the situation is. So, like, if there are too many zombies, I can't get to a gun, and I need to, well, you know, usually that's the worst idea, but I'll actually run over here to take a hit, and if I don't get anything, I'll, like, juke a bunch of zombies, maybe go grab a shotgun or something, because I know there's a shotgun right there. A lot of people say that's good packed, and now I have tested that. It's decent packed, and it'll only go until, like, round maybe 20, I'm gonna say. Probably around 20. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best for it, but there are guns like that where like, oh yeah, no, it's the best gun ever. Like the NZ, I would guarantee the NZ and this VMG would be some of the best weapons to use for this. Like if you're in, like don't quote me on that, but that's what I feel, cause I'm like one of those guys who's like LMGs for sure, shotguns for sure. If you're good at it, snipers, but use iron sights depending. Fine, I'll just take the Proto X1. I mean, this thing is pretty good, the Proto X1. I have to say, honestly, the Proto X1, though, if you have everything just around it, it's just like, you know what, you have this, so what more do you need? But you need a lot of ammunition, because if you notice, this is better for the hip fire, but if you aim, you're going straight up. But it's not a whole lot of recoil, which is good. It's not like, whoa, it's so high, you know, because like a lot of guns, you'll do this. Like this barely has any recoil, which is it's good because that less recoil situation is the best for that. Because in hordes of zombies, you're gonna want the least amount of recoil. Because look, that could be 100% body shots, you know. No recoil equals probably the best chance, but like what I'm seeing here is like how the process works. It's a pretty interesting process actually, because like a normal gun, they have that, you know, but the thing that I'm seeing here, like that I think would be a perk, is that maybe it's weight more. You know, because like a lot of these LMGs you'll see are just like this gun, super small caliber, but it has like a recoil from, I don't know, Mars. That's interesting. So you have to kind of like adjust yourself to kind of aim down more too while you're doing it. This gun, you can aim straight up and have no problem with it. Like you can honestly hit long shots every like 2 minutes if you wanted to. But you'd have to be like super accurate with it. But now when I get these packed, normally I'm like, oh yeah, this is actually pretty decent weapons. Well, I'm not wrong when I say that, because a lot of people will like say these are the hardest weapons to get kills with. Good luck. Me, challenge accepted, and I'll get the most kills out of everybody. Like this gun, a lot of people said was the hardest to get kills with, I'm pretty sure. But I'm just like, watch me. And I'll pull it out and I'll just start whipping everybody. Because I couldn't just tell you, oh yeah, no, this is the worst gun possible. There are guns better than other guns. Like, the NZ is better than the Proto X1, the 78 Deaths is better than, let's say, the Bren, because, I mean, that's actually true. The Bren is, like, super slow when, like, it's basically the NZ, but the NZ is decent enough to where if you were to use it at that range, you know, you probably have a higher chance of doing it. But, you know, there's some pretty good moments with it, so for me, it's like, I suggest you use higher caliber weapons for it. I gotcha. But, like, then it comes to, like, there are more characters in the game, or, you know, like, more weapons that are, like, guaranteed beast, which, you know, I can agree there are some really good weapons. But a lot of people are just like, you know what, those things are really hard to use, I'm not going to use them. Or, oh, that looks like a tryhard weapon, I'm never going to use that ever. When like the antimatter, it looked like a tryhard weapon at first because it's basically the XMC. Like if you just put double tap with rapid fire, yeah, you have your XMC basically. Just put extended mags on it, and you'll have an like an XMC. And XMCs are like super fast guns. Like they're better for like charging in at people. These guns, like you know the NZ or something, they're better for, okay, let me just stay at this certain range and use that to my advantage. But a lot of people choose the tryhard over the, okay, let's actually be accurate. Because like people use like the carbon, whatever you want to call it in this game, and that is a tryhard sniper. That would basically be your Draken from Black Ops 3, and you know they're all based off of real rifles and you know whatnot, but still it's super annoying because almost everybody uses it, and you just can't stand it. So you try and stand it enough to where it's functional enough, but you know. Can't do that when there's so many tryhards that, you know, you can't stop from being a tryhard, and you just want them to stop being a tryhard. Like for me, I can sit here and shoot this guy all day, but I don't have to because he'll be dead before then. But I'm those guys who are like, okay, well, let me just give you some tips, and if people don't want to take those tips, well, okay, it's their fault. Because there are times where they're complete noobs and they will say, I know what I'm doing, and then they'll ask me, how do you do this? I'm like, do you want me to give you a tip on something? And they'll say no because they say they know everything, but yet they just asked how to do something. Or, you know, it's like the same thing for most games. I usually have to be the babysitter. And which is really unfortunate because I'm that guy who's like, okay, well, you shouldn't have a problem with this. How are you having a problem with it? But they have a problem with it because they don't know what they're doing. Like, I could be the best player and, you know, have those moments where I hiccup like that, like, you know, kind of thing. And that has happened to me several times on occasion. But it's not like it's horrid, you know, because a lot of people would think, oh, you're just a complete noob at that. No, I know what I'm doing, it's just been a while. Like, I have to remember those things, and, you know, it takes some time, you know what I mean? So a lot of people are like, you're not good at the game, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm better than most people, so. And, you know, that's an argument that a lot of people would, you know, probably use against me is, oh, well, you know, what's funny is that, you know, sometimes I am good, sometimes I am bad. Here's why. Maybe I haven't played this in, I don't know, 3 years. Because that is an actual excuse. Like, I haven't played Minecraft in a couple months. Well, I just returned to it, and people kind of come and go, but they're like, you seem like you'd be okay at the game. And a lot of people would think I cheat, because I have the host privs. I just don't care about trophies. And a lot of people call me on that because of trophies. I don't really care about trophies. You can call me out on that all you want, by the way. I'm not a trophy person. Like, if I'm forced to take the trophies, I'll be like, meh. Oh my gosh, teammates, what are you doing with your lives? Yep, teammate, sorry. You're gonna die if I can try and get you. But you're gonna be like, yep, alright, sweet. See? That's why normally when my teammates go down, I just leave them. Because I'm the last guy, and if I don't have shield, well, I usually lose my shield by the time they go down, so then they have to wait until next round, and I just have to finish the round. And I usually am the last one. I am always the last one standing. They're probably watching this from my perspective. They're probably like doubting me so bad. Like, this guy's a noob. He's using like AVSs and stuff like that. No, I'm actually pretty good. You guys just died, so can't say that to me. There's that one guy still. Can't, like, not even using his mic, but he has it on. Like, I could probably get to a save point, go into game chat and see what they want, because I'm not even sure if they were talking last time. I might just do that to see what the heck is going on, so. Is anyone even here? Am I lonely? Yeah, it's like every time that I'm not there, they're there. And every time they're there, I'm not there. Set that to blow up, and then as soon as I see them, you can say the AVS is like moderate low recoil, and I'd say this is a pretty good gun to have, you know, in my opinion. This gun's pretty, like, really good to have, actually. A couple of these guns are really good to have. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 is all it takes for that one. But if you kind of notice, I'm pretty quick. Like, those guys could die and I'm still alive because I'm doing my job right. You know, I'm not dilly-dallying all the time. Because most teammates will, like, they'll just do random things, and I'm over here just like, you do that, have fun. You have fun dying. I'll be over here slaying. So, they found the barrel, which means it's on the other side at this point. I'm gonna hope to take some of the zombies with me. I might actually buy a box just to get rid of maybe the AVS, if I can maybe get the 9, that sniper that I want. GPMG. I don't like the GPMG, I just have to say. The GPMG isn't my favorite, and look at that. And then normally it kicks us out of the game if they don't find a suitable host, but they do, and all that shows up. So I don't know what the heck that was all about, but somebody left due to triggerment. Guarantee it. So usually that happens like mid-game. There's always someone who does that. We lost our Drosten. Our poor Drosten. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here. Wait. Because by the time they start coming in, they start giving me energy for this, which means we have essentially done our duty to get through to this section, which is where we're supposed to be trying to get for at least a couple minutes now. So I'm just gonna throw one of those in there, hope that it stops. There are several reasons why I don't play with teammates. That's one of them, is like the fact that they'll like leave you do the smallest thing out of place. Like I can make a good thing happen and everybody just hates me. It's stupid because, you know, I did something better. Why you hating on me for it? Ow. Like, I'm no noob, but I see a lot of people do that. Like, it's pretty annoying, because, like, I'm one of those players that is like, why would you rage? You know, we're doing so good, and you're, because we're doing good. Something, you know, something like that. And I'm actually okay with this gun. This gun I could use quite a bit, the MG81. Yeah, I think I'd be okay with this gun for a decent amount of time, because, you know, a lot of people can't stand that gun. I can stand it enough, so, like, it's a normal gun to me. Because a lot of people would be like, you should have gotten rid of one of your rifles. Well, these rifles are better than most, so, heh, get over it. Like, if I'm gonna get rid of a rifle, it's for a reason, and it's one that caused me to die. I don't know, normally I'm those guys that are just like, okay, well, you can try your weapons, and I'll enjoy my weapons, and we'll have fun. But then more than one person gets on to me about it. That gets pretty annoying. Because I'm in that. Come on. So if you notice, I'm using a lot of packed weaponry here, the LMGs. That's because I know what an LMG does to a lot of these things. These zombies, when it comes to LMGs, you mow them down. There's no one to live at that point. So getting 225 kills with these things isn't too hard, but it can get pretty hard. What, am I following you or something? Like, what you got on me? So, NZ's a good weapon. I like it. I think he's trying to get the classic. He's probably like expecting me to camp. I'm like, no. You guys can camp. I'm gonna be the guy who doesn't die. Because if you haven't noticed, they've been dying a lot more, and they're usually sitting still. They'll move maybe to change positions, but that doesn't really help much, because rotating positions is a good idea, but I prefer to just rotate constantly, because then I don't have this issue like that. Because staying in one spot causes that issue. That's not a good issue. I think I should honestly get quick revive, but I'm not too sure yet. Hear that guy next to me. I thought he would be a lot closer. Grr. If you notice, guys, I'm like constantly moving. That's what people should do. But you see that guy over there? He's making a mistake. You don't aim and just stand still like this. Because if you see what the problem is, mention it. Because that problem can be a big deal to every other player. Because It's understandable if you're trying to get those accuracy kills, but when you're just standing there like you're leaving yourself behind, like your backside open, like you're leaving that super vulnerable. Like what I'm doing, I'm trying to move, and then when I notice someone's hitting me, I run the other direction. But then if I have to, I mow them with the free fire, which is why I don't use free fire often. Because as soon as I know I have it, a lot of people mention, why don't you use free fire? You know, isn't that really good? It is. But it's better if you wait until you have hordes of zombies, because that's money, as well as, you know, a lot of, you know, other issues there. Because I could just say, you know, you may as well just give me a nuke, when basically I am a nuke. If you allow me to have the perfect weapon with the right, you know, thing, I can sit for a couple minutes at least. But that means I have to constantly have this thing. Because if you notice, I ran out halfway through that one. Yeah, notice what I do differently from what they do. Like, I can mention the maybe 4 or 5 things that they're doing wrong. And you guys would probably agree that's not good. This isn't acceptable. Hellraiser, you said we were impenetrable. Now, okay, so the one thing I really want to know is the Excalibur, aka the Claymore. That is a fun weapon, but is it actually a fun weapon? In real life, claymores are heavy. I know that for a fact. They're giant broadswords. Who wouldn't love one of those though? Because if you notice right here, it looks like King Arthur, but it's not. But I know there's something I have to do right here to get it. I forgot what you had to do to get that, but there is something you have to do to get that unlocked. Because there is a sword you can get. It's not a hilt, it's a sword. It's like an entire broadsword called the Claymore. But it's not actually called the Claymore in this game. It's named elsewhere. But I know that's what it is. It says Claymore in a lot of the other names. And the original name for Claymore would just be a large broadsword, usually. Pretty sure. Is that a long sword, broadsword, same difference? You know, because long swords are huge. Like, usually, pretty sure broadswords are better, though. Broadswords are heavier and bigger, and, like, long swords are, I think, a little bit more sleek, a little bit quicker, I guess you could say, and is, you know, a little bit lighter, but still good for damage. That's normally what, like, you would think of, like, a sword as being, you know, something quick, sleek, you know, fast kind of thing. But normally swords are actually pretty slow, because if it's like a two-handed sword, it's two-handed for a reason. It's huge. It's a huge weapon. But for me, I think honestly a sword would be a fun thing to use. But I'm more of like, I would be the tomahawk throwing knife kind of guy. And I am the throwing a knife tomahawk kind of guy. But, you know, I don't have, you know, most of that. Like, I want to make a tomahawk. I want to make a kikiri. Or, you know what I mean? And those guns are really hard to produce. Like, they are hard weapons. They take, you know, years of swordsmanship, you know, blacksmithing. And that's what my dad kind of wanted to do. Was like, oh, let's get a blacksmith related thing. Like, let's make a smithing area for us, you know, blacksmithing area. Well, I'm not a big blacksmith kind of guy. Like, I've never done it, and that's forgery. There's a lot of forging and, you know, a lot of patience, and it's very time consuming. That's another thing. That's really, really time consuming. Which, I mean, you know, making a sword is, you know, hit, you know, maybe let it cool. And the easiest way to let it cool, but without, well, usually you have to do it just right in order to do it perfectly. But normally you have to, like, you have to do something certain before you have that certain blade dipped into a liquid substance. I'm pretty sure they dip it in, like, an oil or something. I forgot what they dip it in, but they dip it in some kind of, like, oil. And it, like, makes it so it still work, like you can work with it, but it takes a minute, so you have to dip it in there for like 30 seconds usually, something like that, like 10-30 seconds. You're the last one, bring them back. Now I see that a lot, the bring them, see, they leave the game as soon as they die more than once. Well, guess what, there's a lot of zombies, so if you want to just end the game anyway, like, I could die. not my fault you guys aren't doing that good. Honestly, it's probably more your fault if so. And if you notice, I'm like, I'll juke them out by like going into a corner and then I'll run away. But I don't have any traps really to work with at this current moment, so here's the best I can do. I can run over to here, can activate my insta-kill probably. See, and that'll, we call them long boys for a reason though. They're big, they're creepy, and they have a long mace. And those are probably the most fearful factors in these games. It's like, how do you scare somebody? You put a mace on a hand and say it's deadly. I mean, maces are deadly. Like, you don't have to say they aren't deadly. They are deadly. They are the death. A lot of people like say though, like the Grim Reaper's weapon is like, what the heck was that? I forgot what they call this gun. The gun that I currently use, the Wolf mission. It's just like, ow, 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 ow. I don't know why that was what it looks like. Like when you touch it, you know, the barrel of the gun, it's just like, yowie. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's a That's a flamboyant boy. Yep. Yeah, this gun sucks. Runs out of ammunition way too fast, and that's my problem with a lot of weapons, is that they run out of ammo in like 2 seconds, and you're still sitting here with like no ammunition, and then these guys start coming around, and you're just like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You can't really do anything when these guys come around. And the waft doesn't do anything, and this thing is like supposed to be really good, and it isn't. Come on, combust. Like honestly, I could probably down. Like this has been a really long game, and again, I'm killing zombies. That's what I've been doing. I'm the guy who kills the zombies. I don't just do Easter eggs because I feel like I'm the guy who wants to kill zombies for a reason. You know, I'm here to kill zombies, not do an Easter egg. So come on. Oh no, I just got rid of my M38. Yep, not doing that. I got stuck too, so that was, you know, that was a whole lot of bad. Also, guys, I was thinking, if I'm going to do more voice impressions, I need to also kind of do, like, I feel like I should do some, like, makeup work as well. So I might try doing, like, makeup work as well. You know, start doing that kind of stuff. So I was thinking, like, other than that, like, just get, like, face paints and stuff like that, you know. I do need to cut my hair soon, too, because that's getting pretty long, and it's getting fairly annoying. So, depending on how I feel, I might do a couple things. Oh, God. Same hero, new package. PG-13 2. Ooh, so, we got a pretty good amount of stuff here. So, yeah, definitely just a little bit laggy. Servers usually get a little bit of lag like that, though. So, I'm not gonna complain. I can't complain too much, you know? I mean, it's a good weapon. It's a good game. It's a good thing. It's a fun game. The only problem is, like, when your teammates rage, you're just like, Like I see, I'm looking on my Instagram and it says a lot of people are like new to this. It's like new to Instagram, new to Instagram, new to Instagram, new to Instagram. Follows you. Okay, BL Slime. I've never heard of that person, but they followed me apparently. But other than that, I'm like, that's one of, I think that's one of my friends. No, that's not one of my friends. Anyway, so I'm one of those guys that I don't mind if you come to do this. So if you came to like, you know, just talk or, you know, something along those lines, I'm there. Guys, I'm good. Sorry. I'll go ahead and open the rare supply drop. I'm not gonna look at it much. Like I might just peep. Yeah, this Medician helmet. Ooh, Medician. I am very magical. Alright. Alright, 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 alright. Alright, let's see. So, um, let's see. I might go play some Minecraft here, guys. I might go do. I might go start trying to build Rapture because a lot of people are probably wondering how you're supposed to do it. How are you gonna be able to do it? By this point, because I've been talking about it a lot with Nikki. It's like, oh, are you actually gonna be able to do it? How do you plan on doing it? I have my secrets, guys. I have some secrets. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on Minecraft, and I will show you what I mean. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. Ow, 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 ow.